In this video, we are going to decide if it's a permutation or combination and how to distinguish between them. And then we're going to compute the number of ways to do the selection. Okay, so first of all, what is the difference between permutations and combinations? So you need to know that permutation is basically an arrangement of objects in a certain order. So in a permutation, order matters. So this could be something like, let's say you're waiting in line. If you're waiting in line, the order, whether you are number 1 in line or number 3 in line, that's going to matter to you, right? So that would be a permutation. So if you switch people around, you get a different outcome. That's permutation. And then if it's a combination, then we are just picking whoever we're interested in, but we do not care about the order. So order does not matter. So for example, I need to choose which fruit I'm going to buy at the store, let's say apples or grapes or whatever, but order doesn't matter because it doesn't matter if I get apples and then grapes or grapes and then apples, right? Okay, so let's first decide how do we tell that. So whenever you read the question, ask yourself, did they say something different about the individuals they are selecting? If it's different, then it would be order matters, and if it just says, okay, I'm going to select 5 people out of 10 or whatever, then order doesn't matter. So for example, in this case, it says in a race of 10 runners, how many ways we can get gold, silver, and bronze medals? Well, is there a difference between the gold, silver, and bronze? Of course. So that's a permutation. So this is going to be order matters, which is a permutation. So in a second, I'm going to show you how to compute it, but let's just discuss why the second one is a combination. So this is just saying we want to select 3 runners at random, and we're going to administer random drug tests. There's nothing different about the 3 people, so that would be a combination. So order doesn't matter, and that's a combination. Now, in terms of the computations, let me show you how to do that using Desmos. So let's open that, open the calculator. Now, the functions in Desmos are called NPR and NCR. And where do we find them? Now, you can actually type lowercase n, uppercase p, and lowercase r. That'll give you the permutation, and then you'll have to note that you have to open parentheses, indicate how many you're selecting from first, so that would be 10. And then how many you're selecting, well, that would be 3, because it's 3 medals. And that would be your answer over here. Now, if you completely forgot about this NPR thing, like how does it work? Well, what you can do is go to keypad on the bottom. Then you want to go to functions. Okay, and then you would have to scroll all the way down to the NPR and NCR right there. So you can just pick it and then it'll open parentheses for you. All right, but I'm not going to do that since I already know it. Okay, so the next one is going to be NCR, and again, it's going to be 10-3. And so usually the number of combination is less than the number of permutations because order doesn't matter. So if you switch people around, you still get the same choice. So there's not going to be as many choices.